go through some self-massage techniques around your hips and pelvis. So some of you might be experiencing a sore lower back from maybe sitting too much, not getting up enough and walking around, maybe whilst you're working from home. So we're going to use a simple tennis ball. Hopefully you might have one at home. If not, you can use anything you have, as in maybe a golf ball, a hockey ball, maybe just a little spiky ball, anything that you can tolerate the pressure of. Now we're going to start by releasing your glute min, glute med on the lateral edge of your hip. So we're starting by lying down. And what we're going to start with is having the ball just at the back edge of your pelvis. Now from here, so I've just wedged it in, don't have to shove it underneath all the way, just at that lateral edge. So from here, I now roll onto the ball, and then I'm going to just come up onto my forearm. If you can't tolerate it, you can stay down, but I like to be up on my forearm. And then from here, even a millimetre, you could move slightly up and down, forward and back, and until you find that sweet, nasty spot, which I've just found. And then we're going to sink and hold, and we're going to allow the body weight to sink down onto the ball, and then to create a change in the tissue. Now, some of you might already start to feel you've got a bit of a referral going deep into the bottom of your bum, or maybe down the back of your hamstring, and that's okay. So that's a muscle referral pain, but we do want that to settle down, so we don't want to roll off. So we do need to just sit here, take a few slow breaths, and so we're waiting for the referral pain to ease off, but we're also waiting for the pressure where the ball is to feel that the tissue changes, that it sort of softens and melts away, and that's when you know it's time to get off. So there's not really a set time frame like a stretch. Some people might hold a stretch for 30 seconds. This is all about knowing how to feel the change in your body. But then once that eases off, so mine's eased off a little bit, I might move again, just very subtly, and then it's a little bit stronger again there. So I'm just going to hold it on that back edge. You can't quite see the ball under there, but it is there. Good, and once the referral pain eases off, once you feel the tissue start to change, you move around. If it all feels okay, then all that sweet nasty spot has gone, then you can move on and go to the other side. Good. Now from here, we're going to then continue around to the front of the hip into our TFL. So our TFL is our tensor fascia lata. It works in a bit of a conjunction with the hip flexion. It also does a bit of internal rotation. Now from here, we find the ASIS, the front of your pelvic bone. Place the ball on it, roll the ball down one, and then just slightly roll it out to the edge. So from my ASIS to my, what a lot of people call our hip joint, which is actually our greater trochanter, it runs on a diagonal angle. So if we come down slightly, roll it out to the edge slightly. Now I hold it with the opposite hand because it tends to want to roll away from you here. So I get it to there, and typically the ball always wants to roll away. That's why I tend to hold it. So I get it to there, roll it. Now I wedge it there whilst my body keeps rolling further forward, and then I roll around nearly onto my both forearms onto my front. Now if I quickly try and do it the other way, you might be able to see it better. So, not quite. So the ball does just sit under the front edge of the hip joint. Now, again, this might refer, so again, you roll until you find that sweet nasty spot. And then from here, I do have the referral pain going down the front of my lateral thigh, or the outside of my thigh, into my shin, and sometimes it can reside into your ankle as well. And that's okay, you just want to stay there until that referral pain settles down. Once again, even as big as a millimetre can change the difference in your referral pattern. So once that referral from your TFL is worn off, so we've done our glutes, we've done our TFL, we can get a little bit deeper into our piriformis or our go-go's, which sit deep into our glute. So from here I would sit on the ball, and I sort of need the ball, if this is my sit bone, I need the ball to come just behind the sit bone. And then if I want a little bit more, I can bring that top leg up and then just sink into that and hold. And I've got a nice good one there. So I'm going to hold that for a little bit longer. So if it's too intense, be careful that you don't activate or irritate the glute and then jump off too quickly. You do need the sensation to settle down. So focus on your breathing. Sometimes watching the TV will help, so it gives you a little bit of distraction. But you do want to wait to make sure you can feel the change in the tissue before you jump off. Good. All right. Now, to complement both of those releases with the glute and the TFL, I'm going to add in a glute stretch. So if I'm lying on my back, I'm going to place the leg on my foot on top of my opposite knee and reach through, and if you can, hug the opposite leg in towards your chest. So now I'm feeling a really strong stretch through this left glute. And then from there, so we would hold this for about 30 seconds, this one. If you need a little bit extra, the foot that's on top, just gently roll towards that. There we go. So naturally, you sort of want to go towards the leg that's on top, but sort of just gently roll your pelvis away from it, and it will increase the stretch through that left glute. Now from here, we're going to finish off with a hip flexor stretch. So from here, I want you to take one leg out in front, make sure the foot, knee and hip is in alignment. We do a very subtle tuck of the pelvis, and then I'm going to lean my pelvis forward, keeping my chest upright. So I'm going to stretch through the front of my hip flexor here, and if I need a little bit more, I can reach that top arm up. And again, holding roughly for about 30 seconds, and then coming back. And then obviously changing sides. So I hope this will help you get some relief around your hips and pelvis, even into your lower back. Have fun playing, guys.